Well, our guest on this segment is Cathy Wilkie with the Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma. Cathy, good to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're fairly, pretty much a newbie with the food bank, are you
Yeah,
not?
I really am. I've been there a little over a year, almost a year and a half.
What brought you in?
I just was really attracted to the food bank because of the reputation and the good work that the food bank does. And it was exciting to think about being a part of such a great organization.
You know, I was new to the food bank until I started doing this show. And in the last year or so, I've discovered they've got quite a reputation in Northwest Arkansas as well. Do you hear much from folks over there?
We do. We have donors from that area as well. We're really grateful for the work. We serve the people of Eastern Oklahoma from the Kansas border all the way to the Texas border over to the Arkansas border. So
a lot of folks know about you.
Yeah.
You got a big event coming up, which, can you see it? Living Spirits. What is that?
Giving Spirits is a whiskey tasting event. It's at
Hello.
the Canes. Yes. Lots of fun at the Canes Ballroom. We have a lot of distributors who come in as vendors and provide samples of whiskey, scotch and bourbon to our patrons. We have mixologists who come in and create whiskey-inspired cocktails. We have a little bit of a competition among them. And then our own executive chef, Jeff Marlowe, creates a menu that's whiskey-inspired and food that pairs well with whiskey. We're really excited this year. The Oklahoma Beef Council is one of our big sponsors, and so we'll have some really nice beef entrees as well.
When is it?
It is Friday, November 2nd. Doors open at 7. We have a VIP hour from 6 to 7, and then the general tasting starts at 7.
And how long does it last?
Till 10 p.m.
I think I can handle that.
I think you should come. It's a great time.
What are we seeing here?
This is our chef, Jeff Marlowe. This is from last year, some of our patrons from last year. The Canes is such a great venue for us. It's just the right setting for a whiskey tasting.
A lot of history there, too.
There really is. We utilize the entire space. We have educational seminars over on the side that is currently occupied by Burnco. So we'll have a Whiskey 101 seminar where we have 2 men from the Oklahoma Malt Whiskey Society who talk about the basics of whiskey. And then we'll also have a beef and bourbon seminar. We'll talk about preparation of meat and also how to pair different bourbons, scotches, and whiskeys with your food.
As you mentioned, this is from last year, but it seems as though it's pretty well attended.
It is. It's a great event. We usually have about 400 people. So space does become a little bit limited. Tickets are on sale now. They're available on our website. We have 2 options. The grand tasting is $150. The VIP hour that I mentioned is available with a $300 ticket. There's access to a special VIP area in the mezzanine where we have exclusive whiskeys and exclusive food for the VIPs.
I hesitate to say this, but I'm going to have to bring it out. You obviously encourage folk to bring a designated driver.
Absolutely. Designated driver or Uber, the safest way to go.
Otherwise, the long arm of the law going to be waiting on you when you go out the door humming something Bob Wills.
Absolutely. We ask that people please be responsible.
Exactly. Let's talk a bit about the food bank, too, while we're at it. You came in as a volunteer. Is it everything you thought it would be?
It really is, and there's even more than I could ever have imagined that the employees of the food bank do. They serve in a variety of ways. We know about the different food pantries, but there's so much more. The food trucks, there's educational programs for cooking matters classes for kids to show them how to prepare food. It's just amazing. The summer programs.
We have had folks on before from the food bank, and the more I learn about it, the more intriguing a concept it is. It gets my hackles up when I'm only able to really get together with all of the family about twice a year, just like most folks in this country. And yet, when I find out every year the numbers change and they go up, the number of not just hungry people, but hungry children
Right.
and kids that go to school hungry. And then when school ends, you know, it's a whole different picture to be painted.
Right.
Now we're looking at increasing homeless children, you know, out there. And it's not just Tulsa. It's all over the country that the problem exists. But the food bank is in there swinging.
Right, right. We know that children are the most vulnerable, and it's never their fault. It's never their fault that they're hungry. And we know that they do better in school when their tummies are full. So absolutely, that is a big area for us.
Food banks have grown considerably in the last, what, 5 or 6 years?
It really has, yes.
How many meals do you handle now weekly?
We distribute 465,000 meals a week.
Say that again.
And 465,000
A week.
meals a week.
Holy Toledo. And that means everybody involved, staff and volunteers, has to be hopping to keep the hoppers full,
That's right.
to get folks to contribute or to get the vendors out there to do their part.
It's a big effort.
Are people generally open to the concept? I mean, your name is well known.
People really are very generous and very kind. It's important to us that we educate our donors on exactly where the money goes or where the food goes. And we run very efficiently. And so we're able to provide the equivalent of 4 meals for every dollar that's donated. So donations go a long way.
And that's a write-off too, is it not,
Yes,
on our taxes?
absolutely. Tax
Unless that
deductible gifts because we're a
changes.
nonprofit.
Some of those dorks in Washington trying to make things where it's uncomfortable to even take care of other folks. Well, I want to thank you for coming by to visit. And again, let's plow over the information on the Giving Spirits get together.
Sure. Giving Spirits, Friday, November 2nd at the Cain's Ballroom. Doors open at 7 or VIPs can come at 6. It's a great night. We have live music, great food, confections, everything you could need for a fun night out.
You know I sing.
Would you like to sing that night?
Sing
We
for
get
my,
you a microphone.
Sing my whiskey, you know. Well, go Booker T.
Yes.
There you are. I
absolutely.
knew I'd strike a nerve with that.
That's
Thank you
right.
for coming
Thank
in.
you. Thanks for having
You're
us.
good people.
Thank you.
And when you get back, tell the boss lady I said hey.
We'll do it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Up next, the latest from the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife right after this.